Last week brought major news for American 401k investors in the form of a new executive order by President Trump that now allows alternative assets and retirement plans. That means investment categories like private equity, real estate, and even digital assets can now be included in these mainstay retirement savings plans. So joining us now is NYU professor and Rubicon Digital Assets CEO Greg Johnson, our Atlanta-based crypto expert, to share some insights. Greg, it's always great to see you. And here's the question for you. Why is this latest executive order from President Trump such a big deal?
It is a big deal, Faith, and it is good to be with you. And I have to say, for over 3 years, we've been reporting on all the developments in the crypto and digital assets industry for the viewers here at 11 Alive. And this news from last week is easily, without question, the one headline that impacts virtually everyone in the listening audience. Because of the wide-scale adoption of 401ks as a mainstream retirement program, the authorization by President Trump, with another stroke of his Sharpie, has now given a complete poetic license for the crypto industry to find its way into arguably the most important category of investment assets here in the United States. To put it in perspective, we're talking about trillions of dollars, Faith, that are invested in American 401ks. We're talking about more than 90 million investors, and I'm quite sure a large percentage of the viewing audience watching this with us today. And I think why it's a big deal is it's a consolidation, if you will, of the victories that the crypto lobbying industry has had. A little more than a year ago, I don't think you and I would be having this conversation. There's no way that I could have foreseen that in a year we would see 401k accessibility for all crypto and digital assets. And it has profound implications, and it's a major, major, major normalization step for an industry that has been coveting just that, normalcy.
Yeah. So, Greg, I know that you've been a certified financial planner for decades now. So putting on your CFP hat for a moment, what are some of the implications of the news on financial advisors and their clients here, Greg?
They're massive. This is profound news for them. And frankly, the industry, the financial advisory industry, is caught quite flat-footed on this faith. For the most part, most of the financial advisory firms, understandably, were being very cautious about letting financial advisors actually advise on crypto assets or assist their clients with digital assets of any scale or any variety. And again, with this executive order, now all these firms are having to reconcile with, oh my goodness, we don't even have a training program. Our compliance and supervisors don't understand these vehicles. So unlike any other time in American investing history, we are going to find that new investment asset classes are widely available for the public. And typically the people that are advising the investing public probably know less than the average investor. I know this much. These financial advisors know a lot less than the average grandmother, let's say in Argentina, where she's had to work with crypto, use crypto, and balance a basket of these new digital currencies for almost a decade. So the industry is caught flat-footed, and that means that individuals are going to have to really rely on themselves in order to get some of the advice and questions that they want answered about crypto in their 401ks. And by the way, it's not just crypto. We're also talking about private equity positions and real estate investments that largely were only available to what we call accredited investors that meet certain standards of net worth and income. And so this really does open the door wide for a lot of catch-up for the financial advisory industry.
Now, Greg, the Security Exchange Commission, one of the nation's largest regulators, has been at the center of the crypto debate in recent years. So what can you tell us about the SEC's new project, Crypto, and their high-profile lawsuit against the cryptocurrency Ripple?
Well, the SEC is one of the largest and most respected, believe it or not, respected regulatory institutions in the world. In fact, around the world, other countries look to the SEC as the model for how they look to regulate their financial markets. And the SEC has done a 180 reversal since the Trump administration on the way that they were going to approach the crypto industry. And so the idea that the SEC was going to launch something called Project Crypto which was going to normalize the supervision and the formation of capital markets for crypto and digital assets within the SEC, it seemed absolutely unfathomable just a few months ago. Even for those that were optimistic about what a Trump administration would mean for crypto and digital assets, I don't think anybody saw a project crypto coming down the pike. And as evidence of this massive transformation in the SEC, there's a crypto company, one of the OG crypto coins, if you will. It was issued by a company in the United States called Ripple. And XRP is the name of this cryptocurrency. And it has been involved in a long standing lawsuit that dates back to the first Trump administration. How about that? Against this company, saying that it was violating SEC rules about registered securities and saying that they were all afoul. This has been one of the most closely watched legal battles in financial services, let alone digital assets. And this past week, we saw the dismissal of this incredible lawsuit that people have been caught up in for years. Another sign of normalization for crypto, and there's a new sheriff in town for sure.
There's certainly a new sheriff in town. Greg Johnson, thank you so much for breaking down everything for us. We really look forward to these conversations. And I know that I sure do learn so much, and I'm sure everybody else does as well. Thank you.
You're too kind, Faith. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Greg.